All right, what's up, guys? Happy Friday. Anthony here, special analysis. Welcome to the video. We're going to be taking a look here at the Nasdaq 100. All right, little bumpy morning. All right, often when we see a bumpy morning, we get a phenomenal trending later in the day. Okay, not every time, but either the day's going to be crap all day long, or it's going to be crap for part of the day and trend the rest of the day. All right, that's just from my experience. I tell my traders when we're together in the morning, I'm like, hey, listen, you know what? Price action sucks. But what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to leave all my tools up and running for you so that you have the opportunity, if you're going to stay in trade, to identify the way I approach the market with a great amount of ease, because you're going to have all the tools that you need to do it. Right? I mean, that's what it comes down to, right? Providing my clients with unparalleled value. I'm with them 60 hours a month. 3 hours a day, 15 hours a week, right? Nonstop. I am with them, helping them, guiding them, answering their questions, teaching them my approach to the market, interpreting price action so that if they want to trade more aggressively or employ their own trade plan, guess what? I'm going to tell them what I think, right? Like, I'm here to serve my clients. At the same time, I'm here to trade for myself. Like, I'm not going to take that away from myself, right? Like, I'm focused on the trading. If you want to trade with me, we'll see if you're fit to trade with me. But to me, what matters is my own performance, right? My clients who have been with me, who are dedicated to their own excellence, right? Those are the clients that I'm dedicated to helping. Because for me, it's a win-win as long as they succeed. But for somebody that comes and approaches me and like, hey, I don't know what the fuck a candlestick is, but I really want to make $1 million a year. This is not for you. I'm sorry. Not trying to be disrespectful. Watch a whole bunch of YouTube videos. There's free education out there to just get some foundational basis. Do you want one-on-one consultations or things like that? I offer them. But that gets really pricey because it consumes a lot of time, right? So once you've laid a foundation, you understand how to place a trade, how to manage a trade, what a stop is, and how to take targets and pay yourself and protect yourself. Then I'll help you refine that into the way I trade so that you can incorporate the things that you ultimately like, right? You may say, Anthony, I don't like anything about the way you trade, but I do like the fact that you tell me what you believe the market's going to do next. And that serves a great purpose for me because it fits my style of trading. So whether my clients trade the way I trade or they don't, my most successful clients do trade the way I trade. Not to say that my way is better. It's just my way is very structured and very disciplined. It requires checking a lot of boxes. It's not a guessing game. It's a strategy with a trade plan, with a checklist, with rules, right? If we follow the rules, we follow the checklist. It's not to say that every trade's going to work, but it is to say that you have a better than not chance. So let's talk about the Nasdaq 100 here about today. So we get together every morning, 8 o'clock. You can see we made like a double top here. I told my clients, if we violate this low, we go to the VWAP. If we break the VWAP, we retest this prior low. Well, you can see that we violated this low. We went through the VWAP and we tested this prior low. So if you're an aggressive trader and you go, hey, listen, Anthony's telling me the Nasdaq's probably going to shit the bed here. I'm looking to get short based on his analysis, right? From his educational approach, say, hey, if we close below this low, there's a better than not chance after we fail at this double top. If the VWAP doesn't stop the sellers, we test this prior low. You can see we tested it perfectly, right? I'm not touting myself. All I'm telling you is that once you understand price action, what it's done, and you can interpret what it's likely to do next, you can build a plan around that. Right? I mean, if you just shorted the Nasdaq this morning from this break into this low, you're looking at 150 ticks. If you shorted it from this break into the VWAP, you took 35 ticks. You take profit, and I mean, literally in a matter of minutes, you fall into this prior low. Notice we retested this prior low, and I told my clients, I said, hey, if we close above this prior high, we're going to test this prior high. Well, guess what happened? We closed above this prior high right here, and we tested this prior high right there, right? So if you want somebody to interpret what price has done and what it's likely to do next, then I'm probably a type of guy that you want to work with. Right? We may not be a right fit. We may not click, and I'm totally fine with that. Right? I tell my clients all the time, I'm not focused on you working with me. I'm focused on working with the people that are working on themselves. Right? I hate to say this, and I don't mean it disrespectfully to anybody, but I genuinely do this because I believe that when you have a skill set that you can help somebody else achieve that skill set for themselves, that the Lord has put me here and gifted me with the discipline to acquire the skill set to help other people. That's all that it comes down to, right? I could sit in my room all by myself with the dog, get the TV going, some tunes playing, and I could just trade all alone. But I don't want to do that. Because if I can touch somebody else's life and they can live a better life because of it, my goal or my hope is that they take that and they pay it forward. Whether they teach their child, their niece, their nephew, their cousin how to trade, or if they're very successful trading, that they donate money to a charity or help people with it. That's what matters to me, and that's why I do it. Because I believe that I'm helping somebody achieve what I have set out to achieve, and that I hope that they would take that and then do something productive with it. So, like I said, we really navigated the NASDAQ here pretty accurately this morning. Not my type of price action, right? Like, I'm really picky. I'm a pain in the ass, and I'll be the first to say it. Like, I want what I want. Otherwise, I'm not taking a trade, and I'm totally cool with that. I could sit here for days and never hit the buy or sell button, and I'm okay with that. But right here, guys, you can see we push up. We break above this daily pivot right here. Now, this is what I love to see. I want to see a break of a prior high or a prior low. I want to see a retest to prove that that area is now either new support or new resistance. I want to see consolidation, a correction. I want to see the opposing party coming into the market. I want to see the party that's in control, dominating the market. And that's what I got right here. Like, we close above, we test, we fail, we close above, and then we go bing, 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 right? Right here, the sellers tried to push back, and the buyers denied them. Guys, on the break of this candle, right here, and I teach all my clients this exact strategy. I give them my checklist, my charts. This is higher time frame analysis. This is current time frame analysis. There's 2 VWAPs here, and all of my settings on all of these indicators, I give to them every day. All right? I open my trade room 6 o'clock in the morning, Eastern time, New York time. And it is literally running through the closing bell and then some. Because I don't want to deprive them of any edge that they could potentially have in the market. So here it is. They know my setup. They know exactly how to identify it. They know exactly how to analyze it. And they know exactly how to execute it. On the break of this consolidation, what are we going to do? We're going to buy the market right here. Now, what is your next job, right? Your next job is to assess your risk reward, right? We're not going to risk $500 to make $200. That's how we go broke. So we want to know that whatever your trade plan says, it's a 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 5-to-1 risk reward ratio. We want to know what that is. So we take this little nifty tool that TradingView gives us. We plot our entry. We place our stop at the low of the prior candle. That low is 306.25. 306 is where we're going to be. Okay, so I'm risking 94 ticks. What am I looking at as my target? All right, this upper channel structure. Now, I hand draw all these. I'm classically trained in technical analysis. I took the CMT course. I have a great understanding of how to analyze price action. So what are we looking for? We're looking to say, what's our risk reward? Our risk is 94 ticks. Our potential reward is 350 ticks, a 3.72 to 1 risk reward. If that's suitable for your trade plan, then you would execute this trade, right? Notice right here, actually it keeps extending. This channel structure keeps going a little bit. So we ended up getting 370 ticks at 3.94 to 1 risk reward. Right here, what do? You pay yourself you protect yourself. That means you take profit, right? We don't be greedy. We start the process of paying ourselves. We start selling part of our position, right? I mean, it's not a bad idea in a long run like this to even take some along the way. It's okay. We use this tool that I provide called the Bookmap. And what does the Bookmap tell us? It tells us where other market participants want to trade. Currently on the screen is crude oil, but I have one for the NASDAQ and the S&P. We also look at the S&P. As the S&P encounters either support or resistance, we know that the NASDAQ is likely to be reactive to it. So let's just say, hypothetically, the S&P encounters some form of resistance along the way. Well, that's great. We're going to then pay ourselves, and then we're going to protect ourselves, move our stop to break even. So ultimately, the first objective was a 3.94 to 1 risk reward. Well, guess what? The market kept going higher. Higher to where? Well, the next channel line that I have drawn here for you, right there. So that puts me at what? Oh, a 4.57 to 1 risk reward, taking more profit at 430 ticks. Now, listen, the closing bell happened right here, okay? I wouldn't be holding over the weekend. So let's just say at 1600 Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m., the closing bell, you close out the balance of your position for just under 500 ticks profit on the NASDAQ 100. 500 ticks, roughly, give or take a few, times $5 a tick. That last component of your position was liquidated for $2,500 per contract. Pretty good way to go into the weekend, right, guys? So, this is a reliable method, time-tested, okay? Am I guaranteeing that every trade setup's going to work? No. Am I telling you that if you're disciplined enough to follow the plan, check the boxes, use the tools I provide for you, that you, when the opportunities transpire, okay, and I can't guarantee you when they're going to, when they come along, they will produce big opportunities when the market is trending, right? But I use this very significant checklist so that if the market's not trending, there's a better than not chance that we'll never even get the opportunity to enter the market, because my motto is I'd rather not trade than trade and lose. So guys, I hope you found this informational. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to learn more, there's some links below. Send me an email. I'd love to talk to you.